In this video, I'm going to be going over why I rebuilt my entire website again. And in the last version, I used Nextjs, React, Supabase, and authentication, webhooks, basically a full startup stack. It worked, but it became way too much for one person for me to maintain. And in this video, I'm gonna be showing you why I'm scraping all of that, and I'm going back to simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a couple of side services as well. So let's get right into it. Okay, so this is my website currently as it is now. This is the stack. It's basically, if you go to my YouTube and say you're gonna watch this video on how to install Windows, I'll link my website to where it'll show you a video guide and basically, kind of like a blog website. And there's information here and, just overall for my YouTube and general information. And I got light and dark, and this is live currently. So if you were to watch that video and, go to the links, this is what you would see. And as you can see, it's using the React webhooks, and I got it pulled up here. I was going to walk you through. See, so it's basically your typical callouts and React and slugs. It uses slugs to pull this information. So for example, if you were going to come to this blog post of bindings of time, I actually wrote this. It pulls a slug, and as you can see, it uses tags with the slug, and I put a lot of work into this. But you might be thinking, why are you doing all this? Why would you get rid of this website? Okay, so you can actually, it creates a new Stripe checkout session. You can actually log in, and it uses Supabase in the back and the Google. You think, man, this is amazing. So here are the issues that came up. So if I was going to start, I haven't worked on this in a long time. I kind of put it up there, set it up, and anytime I would upload a video or needed to create a blog, I would do it. Okay, so I've went ahead and ran up the development server. So let me go ahead and restart this. If I do an npm install, this is where the issues come up. So if I was going to say, hey, I need to change something on here, I don't like that GIF. Okay, I load up git clone, pull up, and look at this: 30 vulnerabilities, 10 moderate, 13 high, 1 critical. Okay, you might be thinking, oh, well, that's easy to fix, just go in there. Well, after this happens multiple times, and you have, let's say you have the Stripe information, you have the Supabase, somebody's information stored on here. So like if I was going to come in here, and basically how it works is it checks if you bought the course, and if you haven't bought the course, you can't see it. So that's how I was going to, make this work kind of like a LMS, but that does not, it is very hard to maintain, and I'm one guy. So if I was going to do like a npm run dev, it pops up or whatever, but you have 30 vulnerabilities. And if you were going to go through here and fix this, like if you use the npm audit fix, again, this is what pops up: errors. And most of the time that you can actually do an audit fix force, which will include all breaking changes. As you can see, I don't really want to do that. And basically, I've been stuck between this hard road and a rock place, that sort of thing, or a rock and a hard place. And so what I've decided to do, and fix this, is that I am rebuilding my website in plain HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, it's the thing you've heard all the newbie videos say when you go to learn web development. They always tell you to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, rebuild your website. Well, now I'm actually having issues with doing this full stack type development. React, Nextjs is getting, like, it looks good, it's amazing. Like, I love this website. I've loved all the work I put through this. But then when you go to actually lift the cover and see what's behind the scenes, you're like, oh my goodness, this is a mess. Like, how is someone supposed to come in here and figure out all the packages that I use and every Nextjs information and all that? And only I can see that there's issues with this website. So if we do like an inspect, there's not a lot on here. It's like cookies and stuff. But if you're looking at the old packages, and apparently there's like vulnerabilities in, injections and stuff like that. And I know but I'm a stickler, and I like to keep things nice, clean, simple. I don't want to see that there's 30 vulnerabilities and one of them could be critical. So I've taken matters into my own hands, and I wanted to showcase this. I went ahead and rebuilt the entire website. So let's see if we go to here. I wanted to do a showcase side by side. So basically, what this is a simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript website. BradleyDallen.io. Here it is. So what I did was I kind of did a one-to-one, latest post. This is what it looks like. But most of it is simple. So if you were going to do like view content, it shows you all the posts. If you do explore library, it'll show you kind of where else you can check out things. So instead of directly pulling this, which I'm sure I can develop in the future, you just go to mindset posts, and you can go back, and you want to see the engineering posts, and it's here. But here, if you were trying to check this out on the Nextjs, it's kind of difficult. So it's kind of the same. So if we want to look at thought, it's basically the same. Or tutorial. Say we want to look at tutorial, we go to Windows 11. There it is. So I went ahead and recreated that here in engineering, how to install Windows 11. And instead of putting a link here, instead of embedding the video, I just have it here, which I can embed. But basically, all the information's here, all the same, but without the doubt of NPM issues. And what I've decided to move forward is, so let's check this out. This is basically the HTML and JavaScript or the HTML code. It's kind of the same, kind of easy to deal with. So if we go to our main, let's see, where's it at? See, if we check this out and we go to home, it's basically really easy to modify, change, update, and you can add custom scripts. And I think this is kind of a turning point in my development or engineering career, which I'm not only looking at the technology, but I'm looking at the long term and how to support and maintain it for the long term. You know what I mean? So instead of having this custom Stripe integration, which I'm very proud of myself for making this, if we go to Pro, coming soon, and you could pre-purchase it, so you have to log in to create a new Stripe session, and then it'll actually send a webhook to my Stripe account, and it'll send back and add a tag in the Supabase database to show that you bought it. And all the videos, everything is kind of like paywall created, which I got this idea, and I kind of looked at fireship.io. He kind of does the same. But I've decided, I'm just one guy, and I'm not spending most of my life here looking at NPM packages, and I'm not a web developer, full time doing this. So what I've decided is, instead of that, I will be using third party services to, host my information. So what I like about this is, buy me a coffee. You can click on this, and you can do support or donations, which is kind of easy. It's just a integrated embed, as you can see here. You just integrate this, boom. And actually, I was looking at Gumroad, which kind of does the same thing as store the course. So if we update that, check this out. So if someone were to come and they wanted to look at the course, let's say in BradleyDallen.io, come to content, check out the course. You come on here, you try to buy it. You can try for free. You can look at it. Introduction. Well, instead of I'll probably still have a course page, but instead of handling all the Stripe payment system, webhooks, maintaining it, making sure you're not getting scammed, like there's no hackers and that sort of thing, no injections, you could just click support Gumroad. And this ain't my course yet, but basically you can come in here, add to cart, or that sort of thing. And Gumroad, let's see if we look at it, is basically a third party which will show you, it'll let you have a product, which I've already started to work on this. And all you could do is integrate this product, which basically you can have videos, that sort of thing, all in here, but they take, I think, a percentage of the payment. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video and showcase, like why I'm getting rid of this, because if I was going to dive deep and try to get rid of all these vulnerabilities and try to maintain this website, it would take a very long time. It would take, not only, I'm sure it can be done, but I would have to change a lot of cool things that what makes this website a website, like the Nextjs and the packages, and who knows what type of like updating I would have to do. I mean, it's a simple webhook, and I'm sure you could get it done, but I feel like if I have it simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I mean, like, look, we still have dark mode, and I'm one person. I can maintain this, and I wanted to showcase and show you guys, like, oh yeah, here's a course. If you wanted to click on the course, it just sends you to my Gumroad. But yeah, it's really simple. It does the same thing. At the end of the day, it gets what I want across. It's free. I don't take any cookies on here, I believe. I like the idea of not having any cookies. I'm using uBlock. But yeah, everything's free. I'm gonna have to go through. My biggest issue is probably getting rid of the links in here. It's like this guy's comment, but like this link, if you were gonna come and do Windows 11, for my website, shows you a walkthrough. Some people like that, but I will probably have to update the links depending on how this works. The URLs and URIs, because I'm sure the longer my website was up, the longer it'll update. But yeah, some changes coming through. I'm gonna start uploading more. I've been working with a little bit of Godot, doing some programming there. If you like that type of information and content, I will be posting on there, do some tutorials. Yeah, but if you're going to be making a website similar to mine where you kind of want to sell some stuff, put some information out there, kind of have like a personal knowledge base, which I'll probably put a lot of knowledge here. Consider doing this simple. If you know what you're doing, this is very simple. Now, if you are trying to get a job as a NPM developer, React developer, then by all means get through here and figure out a better way to do this. But this is why I'm ditching and getting rid of this tech stack, because it's so difficult. And I'm sure there's some cool projects that you could just maintain and just keep one version of that. Like, okay, we use version XXX on this website. We're not going to change that. And yeah, I mean, I got a couple projects that are very nice on here. Like this is one. But yeah, consider being kind of like what I like to think of it as like a business owner. Like the one business kind of doesn't do a lot of in-house development, which I thought I wanted. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have my own sign-up sheet. You can use Google. You can check passwords and all this. I even have a couple guys who signed up for this on here, probably from my videos. But yeah, and it's like I don't really need all that. You know what I mean? I don't need to have everything all on my shoulders. So let's set up, buy me a coffee, set up Gumroad, and let's just get what really matters, which is the content, helping you guys out, doing the Surface Pro 11 upgrade, and that sort of stuff is just fun information. So yeah, if you like this type of video, please leave a like. If you learn something, if you're gonna be doing this for your own stuff, leave a comment down below. Other people like to see this. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.